Conservatives have been saying for a while now that they're the new punk rock. So it's pretty ironic that a bunch of them are angry at an actual punk rock band for being shockingly anti-conservative. Hey everyone, my name's Christian Verstappen and I have a lot to say about many things. I want to talk about the backlash to Green Day's performance at the 2024, what was it, Dick something, what's the guy's name? Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve. We're going to start with this video. I saw this video, originally I saw this thumbnail with this title, Angry Celebrity Attacks Us on Stage. I think it's supposed to be attacks US on stage. Cringiest meltdown yet. I didn't know what this was about. I just saw this. I'm like, oh, Billy Joe, what's going on? Are we just using his picture for something? What's this about? So anyway, check it out here, because this goes deeper than I realized originally.
A woke, pathetic band that is completely irrelevant tries to regain any sort of relevancy it can by releasing these absolutely cringe lyrics in this song that they have written years and years ago, but they have now reworded it to fit their anti-MAGA, anti-Trump agenda. So let's go ahead and jump into this because this is wild stuff. So Billy Joe Armstrong.
Okay, first of all, imagine calling a band that has just performed at a large New Year's event, which is being televised and broadcasted and has been put up on like mainstream YouTube channels as, imagine referring to them as irrelevant. The video in question that they're so angry about, by the way, which I'll grant a lot of this stuff, a lot of the views it has gotten could have been, or probably are retroactive because of this outrage. But the video is now sitting at, where do I see the 176,000 views, and it was just released a week ago. This is on New Year's Day, or New Year's Eve, rather. Well, this was released, I'm not sure when was it released. Does it say? January 3rd, okay.
The lead singer
also love that the guy
of the band Green Day insulted tens of millions of Trump supporters during his performance on the...
Also love that the guy is just, he's got Breitbart as like his source here, so that's always a good sign.
The New Year's Eve Rockin' Eve on ABC by likening them to rednecks, and it's not just that, okay? It's even worse than that, but that's exactly what happened here. So let's go ahead and watch this clip here, and we'll talk about it after that. So developing...
Oh, he's going to show the clip? Okay, I might not actually have to show the clip then. That's cool.
Green Day's Billy Joe Armstrong altered the lyrics in American Idiot to sing, "I'm not part of the MAGA agenda" during the band's performance on Ryan Seacrest's New Year's Rockin' Eve. This is a strong reminder that 2024 is an election year. Activism will be at an all-time high, which of course...
Funny, it says all-time high because all-time low, also a pop-punk band, my favorite band, and associated with Green Day, actually has gone on tour with them before. No, I mean, but he is right. Activism will absolutely be at an all-time high. Yes, we are absolutely in an election year. Welcome to 2024. We are going to see a lot of just insanity happening, but this is nothing new for Green Day. We're going to get into this in a moment here, but let's let the video play out first.
Of course, is exactly the case. We all know that that the people that are involved in Green Day are anti-Trump people already to begin with, but now
yes, they're very much so, very outspoken about this.
We're doing this type of wild stuff, so let's go ahead and check this out.
Okay, I have to actually slow it down here for this.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so the original line for that song is, "I'm not a part of a redneck agenda." All he did was replace redneck with MAGA. Why did he do this? Because it's the same vibe. Redneck means like this, like, you know, redneck conservative, you know, redneck hillbilly kind of thing. I'm not a part of that agenda. I'm not part of those kind of people. But like Green Day has been doing stuff like this since the beginning of their career with songs like Minority and many other things we're going to get into in a minute here. But again, I'm letting the video play out first.
So anyway, so there you have it. You have, of course, once again, these celebrities who are exposing that at the end of the day, a lot of what they do with art is not about creating art, okay? It is all about an agenda. And there are so many...
This is a reminder to you that art has always been political. There is no such thing as, well, there's no such thing as apolitical anything in general, because when you live in a society, as we do, everything is political.
Many people who are in the entertainment industry who are doing it because they are trying to indoctrinate, because they are trying to push different agendas into society. It isn't about creating art that expresses. It isn't about creating art that touches with other human souls. It is about pushing agendas, and this is yet just another example that shows that.
And punk especially has always, like punk specifically, rock and roll and punk and all that has always been political, especially. So what is this guy, what's he on about?
That is indeed the case. Imagine thinking that you are rebellious in punk rock for being on the same side as all of the establishment.
I fucking hate this. He's actually doing it. He's actually doing the conservatism is the new punk rock. Oh my god. All right, let's just...
With, the government, with the FBI, with all of the three-letter acronym words, with, the mainstream media, with Hollywood. Imagine thinking that you are being punk rock by doing that. Super stunning, super brave. Let's also not forget that Billy Joe Armstrong said last year, F America, and that he was going to be renouncing his citizenship. So just keep in mind that this is already a person who's completely unhinged as it is, and this is, of course, just another sign of that. So with that being said, let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll talk to you all in another video very soon.
So I don't know about that whole renouncing his citizenship thing. I also don't know what's going on with I'm having like insane lag today. I don't know what's happening, but whatever. There was someone who put this in the comments here. Imagine finding out what the song American Idiot is about 20 years after it was written. He's been talking about you the whole time. Exactly. And again, this isn't the first time he did it. This also isn't a meltdown. It's just a change of lyrics. We'll actually get to a meltdown here, and we'll get to what this thumbnail is actually taken from. That is an actual meltdown, and we'll get to it in a moment here. But yeah, absolutely insane. So we saw the actual clip, so I don't need to do the whole solo clip. But if you search like Green Day New Year's MAGA, you will see like Fox News has gotten mad about this. Apparently, okay, I don't know if Trump actually reacted. Let's see if this is true. This is a real thing.
Donald Trump has reacted to Green Day dissing him during their New Year's performance. Rock band Green Day altered the lyrics of their well-known song American Idiot to criticize Donald Trump during a televised New Year's Eve.
By the way, just to be real clear on this, the original song and album of American Idiot was all about criticizing Bush and his administration. American Idiot was very much about, well, the concept kind of broadly. The song Holiday, which they played... You know what? Maybe which they played directly after, is very anti-war. It was the war in Iraq at the time. The album was released in 2004. It is the whole album, and especially Holiday, is a huge middle finger to Bush. So, like, yeah, of course they're just going to shift that and make this a huge middle finger to Trump now. They are anti-conservative. They've always been very outspoken anti-conservative. Like, that's who they are.
Performance. During a set on Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve, the lead singer Billy Joe Armstrong replaced the line, "I'm not a part of a redneck agenda" with "I'm not a part of the MAGA agenda." The song was originally released to criticize former President George Bush in 2004. Green Day fans flocked to social media to share the live performance during the New Year's event with host Ryan Seacrest. This isn't the first time the band has targeted Trump. The rock band previously scorned the former president at the American Music Awards in 2016 and responded to Trump's indictment in August with limited edition merchandise featuring his mugshot. After all of this happened...
That's awesome! I didn't know about the merch. That's amazing.
Donald Trump reacted to their lyric change during their New Year performance. Underneath a clip of their lyric change on Instagram, Trump commented saying, "Glad I could give this irrelevant group the press they need to sell some albums." Many fans...
The irrelevant... Oh my god. I love these L, plus ratio. You fucking... Oh my god. I love how these fuckers do the same thing, by the way, with like... They're doing the same thing with like the MCU and everything. Anytime something they don't like, they'll be like, "Oh, it's not even relevant. Oh, it fell off. Oh, this or that." It's like, you guys are such... You're just coping. Like, it's insane. It's absolutely insane how these people are.
Fans praised Trump for this comment and thought he was witty and hilarious with his clapback. One fan said, "Trump owned Green Day. They were cheap attention seekers for doing that. They are irrelevant and cannot get attention without pulling a cheap stunt like that. We should stop talking about them and giving them the attention they crave." Another fan said,
"Yes, that's why they were on that huge stage. That's why they're selling out in arenas. That's why they were one of the headliners of the..." You know what? There was a here it is. Oh, good. There's a better one that okay, cool. I really wanted to go to this festival. I didn't get to go to this festival. It featured literally almost all of my favorite bands except for Marianas Trench, but we had All Time Low, Green Day, Water Parks. We had we even had bands that I liked and still do like, even though they have very much like a Christian bend to them, and what I really listened to back in the day, like Reliant K. But like, I mean, you had all of my favorites here, and I don't think I'll ever get to see all these guys together again. But in any case, it's okay. The point is, Green Day and Blink-182 headlined this tour. Green Day is still selling out and making, and I don't mean selling out like, oh, you sold out. No, they're still selling out like tons of stuff and making albums, and they're still, this crowd here, by the way, I'm not going to play the audio, but like I fucking started tearing up when I was watching this, because if you look at the audience here, look at, like, everybody's dancing around, people are happy. When they do some close-ups of the audience here, let me see if we can get, look at these people. Look how happy they are. Look how joyous they are. Look at what this band and these people, this energy, look at what this is like brain. Look at this shit. Look at how, like, the camaraderie, the togetherness. Look at, I mean, yes, it's a song about, like, fuck you to the kind of like establishment of America and all that stuff. But like, look at this. This is incredible. Another thing, Green Day famously, probably like their first biggest controversy, I want to say, back in like 94. Let me see if I can find the exact date that it was. Let me actually find that real quick, by the way, too, now that I think about it. Now, granted, this is an artist, or this is day one. Okay. I want to get like a crowd shot. Let's see if this works. I'm just disputing the notion right now that they're irrelevant, because that's insane. I mean, can we get this from someone's phone? Okay, that's from someone's phone. So you're not, I mean, you can see the crowd, but it's not really what I was trying to show. Let's see here. But yeah, I mean, Green Day and Blink-182 headlined that tour with, again, so many of my favorite bands that it's okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. But yeah. So, oh, that's what I was gonna look up. Try looking it up that way. I want to see, what year was this? Oh, in 1993. Okay, Green Day. Green Day was going to go on tour, and they were told, because homophobia was even worse back then, not to play with the band Pansy Division. Now, I don't believe Billy Joe Armstrong was out as bi yet. He is a bi man, but they were told not to play with Pansy Division, and they told their label, which was Lookout Records at the time, listen, if Pansy Division can't tour with us, we're not touring either. We're not going to play if they don't play. So, they stood up for this all gay band, and Green Day has always been about doing this stuff, right? But of course, you have people on the right freaking out about all this shit. We have where was that one I saw? Who was the? Yeah, Green Day, MAGA, and communism, separation perfected. I don't know, like, Elon Musk fires back, does he? What did Musk say? Wait, is this just gonna be? Oh, okay. Yeah. So what did he say? Caught the attention of the world's richest man. Elon Musk accused the band of going from Raging Against the Machine to what? Milk Toastily Raging for It. No, it's never. Okay. So in 20. Okay, so that was what we just saw. In 2016, when Trump was getting elected, Green Day was also putting out the album Revolution Radio at the time. Great record, by the way. In fact, most of their records are great. Even Father of All has grown on me, and the trilogy, as many fans know it, has it has some pretty good songs too. But the Uno Dos Tres trilogy. But Green Day, of course, in general, is an incredible band. But they've always been politically like charged and interested, and their music has been politically charged. Punk rock in general, and rock and roll in general, and music in general, art in general, has always been politically motivated to some extent anyway. But in 2016, Green Day released the song, excuse me, Bang Bang, which, by the way, that song is about the epidemic of mass shootings in America and the idea that people are doing it for fame, with the chorus even saying, bang, bang, give me fame, shoot me up to entertain, and goes on and on. But it's like, it's a critique against the notion of people trying to like go out with a bang. There was a really great video on YouTube about this. Let me see if I can find it here. Sorry, I know I'm getting sidetracked, but like, this gives me a chance to talk about so many other things. I love it. Whoops. I want to like, is this what I want? No. Not message. No, maybe I should say meaning. Was this it? I don't think that was the one. There was a really good video essay explaining what like Bang Bang was about and how important it was and all these different things. And yeah, I mean, it's again, they've always been politically motivated. The song Minority has a line in it in the chorus, down with the moral majority. And for those that are not aware, the Moral Majority was an organization made up of a conservative Christian political action committees which campaigned on issues it personally believed were important to maintaining its Christian conception of moral law. The moral majority is this idea that a lot of conservatives have where they think, or they also think they're the silent majority. But back in, when did, was that Nimrod? I can't remember what album that was on. But when Green Day released that song, and that was on the record, Minority, the song was called Minority, and they have the line in it, down with the moral majority. Like, what do you think they were talking about? They've always done this. They've always, like, this is what they do. This is what artists do. This is what punk rock is. And before Green Day got elected, in the bridge, while they were performing live at the American Music Awards 2016, Green Day did this during the bridge. Now, the bridge of Bang Bang is one of those bridges where it's just an instrumental. There's not actually lyrics in the bridge. So they took the opportunity to do this. No Trump, no KKK, no fascist USA. There were even bumper stickers made out of this slogan, by the way. Now, of course, Trump did win in 2016, but they have always been very, very, like, it's not a new thing. They did the same thing in 2016, except instead of a New Year's performance, it was the Music Awards. This is what they had to say after Trump was elected in an interview where they asked them about it, where they were asked about it, or Billy Joe at least was asked about it.
Figure out what the hell is going on. I think a lot of people have been manipulated. I think
by whom though?
I think Trump, when he came out with his campaign, he came out as the anti-Obama. It has fascist overtones, if not straight up fascism. And I think he blames he blames Mexicans and he blames Muslims. He wasn't called out on all of his faults and his problems, and the media kind of treated this whole thing like it's a reality TV show because that's the kind of person he is. That's the kind of campaign he wanted to run. I think people kind of got caught up in the game show aspect of the most serious job that someone could have on the planet.
I mean, one of your most successful tracks, American Idiot, speaks about alienation. I mean, do you get that this is also about alienation? Do you accept that this is about people who feel desperate for change?
I feel like the Republican Party has turned into a white nationalist party. I think when people are uneducated and they don't they're not really reading into the bigger issue, I think they tend to want to have someone to shove, especially like a lot of white working class people. They want someone to blame if they don't have a job. So the way that Trump framed his argument was Mexicans are after your job, Muslims are coming to kill you, and
By the way, the notion of no, Mexicans are coming for our jobs was always so insane to me, because my response to that was always, yeah, the jobs you don't want. Like, what do you do? Do you want to be like doing the construction and different? No, like, you want the jobs, go take them. They'll be happy to give them to you.
that's who ended up being the biggest scapegoat. That's
But yeah, Billy Joe is incredibly based and incredibly correct.
who I feel worse for than anybody else.
But what about that core of, you call them white, uneducated?
And now, of course, they're targeting more. It was Muslims and Mexicans before. Now it's more trans people and really the LGBTQ community in general.
People, and many people say that they're fed up of being called uneducated or stupid, and that's why they're voting for Trump.
I am a uneducated person. I don't have a high school diploma.
Yeah, fun fact, by the way, Billy Joe and Mike Durst, Billy Joe Armstrong and Mike Durst, Billy Joe, this guy here, Mike Durst is the bassist. They dropped out of school because, they were getting signed a record deal. They didn't need school anymore. Like, fuck it, they were gonna make it as huge rock stars, and they fucking did. Trey Cool actually did go to get his diploma, and they even said in some like documentary interview I saw years ago, where we went and we did the most useless thing ever, which was go to Trey's graduation. And he was like, yeah, it's like I didn't need to go. But yeah.
I found my freedom through punk rock music, and I felt like that was the first time I was getting an education. I don't know exactly what the answer is, but I do know that Donald Trump is not the answer either.
Now, this was 2016, right after Trump got elected. Again, this whole stunt is nothing new, and it's not a stunt. It's a way to communicate to people. And this is such a simple thing, by the way. Not a part of the MAGA agenda, right? These little call-outs and stuff, these are simple, these are common things. I'm blanking on her name. Hayley Williams of Paramore. Or maybe I can just look up Hayley Williams. Let's see here. Yeah, so like Hayley will have like when Paramore performs live, Hayley has after Roe v. Wade got overturned, she wore a shirt that said "Abort the court." There have been different things like this. In fact, I wonder if I can just find like political shirt, just like a political shirts in general that she's worn. I'm not sure what pure pleasure would be. It could be political. I don't know. Let's see here. Okay, the biggest one is the Abort the Court. Paramore, of course, is an incredible band too, by the way. Yeah. But like it's nothing new for any of these artists to be doing this kind of thing. And again, this is back in 2016. So like, yeah.
What do you think
There's certainly precedent to it. It's nothing new.
America under President Trump is going to look like?
Just scary to think about, because I feel like Barack Obama stood for something. He had compassion, and he was trying to do the right thing. And the conservatives basically blocked him at every avenue that he was trying to make. Not that I have my issues with Barack Obama too, but he's a hell of a lot better than Donald Trump.
And what about the idea
That's how I feel about Biden. I definitely have my issues with him, but he's a hell of a lot better than Trump.
that Hillary Clinton just didn't speak to enough of those people who felt disaffected?
She probably could have been a good president. There was too many issues of her not revealing herself, and there wasn't enough transparency. So people got caught up in her being a liar, which I don't know. Maybe she is, maybe she isn't. But So all I know is there's a lot of confused people right now, and everybody's a little frightened.
It's a time of momentous change. Do you anticipate that affecting the direction you take with your music?
We're just excited to get back on the road because there's been a lot of people anticipating us to come back out.
It'd be good to get out on the road and give people a reason to get into a room and sing with unity and actually, you know, have one night of celebration that's, you know, maybe an escape from all the other crap that's going on in the world right now.
That's a really cool message. I like that. Yeah, I mean, a lot of you know, art and all that is very much about, you know, kind of, you know, escaping and just like camaraderie and hey, let's just enjoy life, you know, like let's just enjoy this moment. So Billy Joe is absolutely right. No, I am not a Trump supporter, but I do respect him to a certain extent. Because he is the president. Trump has done a couple of good things as well as bad things. I mean, you know, I will give him credit for Operation Warp Speed. That was definitely, you know, that did actually help to get COVID settled a lot quicker than it could have been. So, you know, that's like the one good thing I can think of. Billy Joe, in my opinion, is correct, and I'm not saying that because I'm a fan of Green Day. I am. I'm saying it because I agree with him. I would say it for both reasons. That's also a reason I'm a fan, because that is something I can kind of relate to with my political views. Billy Joe or even Mike or Trey, Green Day as a group are the closest people that have very similar beliefs. Yeah, I had a friend years ago, but and again, this wasn't even 2016, but I had a friend back in high school who he came from a pretty wealthy conservative family. Like his dad was a judge. His brother was a lawyer, I believe, and he was studying to be a lawyer too. Not because he wanted to, mind you, but because his parents wanted him to. That's a whole other different thing. But you know, he was my best friend, from my childhood, and we grew and became different people as you do. And I remember one time we were talking about different, like, you know, artists and different stuff, and I mentioned something about Green Day when we were all talking about different stuff, and he was like, yeah, they make good music, but I hate their political views. I'm like, what's wrong with their political views? And we like started talking about them. And this was way before I started like moving to the left or had like challenged and deconstructed my Christianity. Again, I was in high school at the time, so I was still very much like in all of that. But you know, I think for me, this is getting a bit personal, but I always had like that kind of inclination to like kind of the vibes of like that like punk rock kind of, you know, radical like acceptance and love and peace and kindness and like all that shit, and at the same time like rebelliousness and like sticking it to the man and all that stuff. So yeah, I don't really know where I was going with that. I just relate on a personal level. Shortly after the song was released, or sorry, after President bleh, a while after Trump was president, about a year after, Green Day released this song. This is a single called "Back in the USA," and there was a music video to go along with the single. Now, the music video, I'm not going to show the whole thing, but it consists of. We'll go through the little things here you can see. Of course, I can't play the audio, but we'll get to it here. So it's basically the idea of like everyone's living like the American dream, the white picket fence kind of thing, right? And one day, Billy Joe's character, by the way, just real quick, the reason I keep referring to him as Billy Joe is because his name is Billy Joe, not Billy. But anyway, so he gets these sunglasses delivered to him, and he puts them on, and he starts being able to see everything for what it really is. So he starts looking at, like, for example, a paper and a thing on TV that says, "Oh, the president's going to speak tonight," and he puts them on, and it says he's going to lie to the nation. So he sees all these, president to lie to nation tonight. So he sees all these different things. He sees like things that are supposed to be selling products, and it's like consume, and things about like getting married, and it's procreate now, and all these different things. So, you know, it's definitely a commentary on like a lot of the like conservative capitalist ideals that a lot of America holds to, and kind of like, you know, critiquing that, if you will. But what they do in the song is this. There's a bit where, you know, they get the glasses and they start making it so that everybody can see the truth. So they do this. We have President Address begin shortly. So you see him putting the glasses on that, on the camera lens. President comes out. That is Trump. That is, now you can say it's parody, you can say it's whatever. That is quite obviously supposed to be Trump. Like, obviously. And again, this was 2017. Oh, and by the way, then there's this really sweet message here. I love this. Tear it down, and what do we see? Wait, let's go back to that shot. Just a ton of flags across the world. What is the message here? Fuck the idea of America being this, like, one nation better than everything else, and we need to, like, really focus on America, and we're so great. No, fuck that shit. We're all one world. We're all people. We all can find common ground and love each other and get along and all this stuff. It's such a beautiful message, and that's such a subtle thing, by the way. But it's such a beautiful message, such a great thing. I love it. I cannot express enough. But again, this was 2017. Green Day has been doing this stuff forever, like their entire career. And even like the Ramones. I mean, there's a song the Ramones did called "The KKK Took My Baby Away." What the fuck? Like, or was it Buzzcocks? I'm pretty sure it was Ramones, right? Yeah, Ramones, yeah. Yeah. KKK took my baby away. I mean, like, punk has always been about this kind of thing, right? Like, it always. I mean, it's yeah. But you'll always get these people who will do the whole, like, oh, they're going woke, they're trying to be relevant again, they're doing this, they're doing whatever it is. And it's like, no, dude, you're fucking idiots. Like, they've always been this way. Punk rock is not conservative. It never was. And I used to believe that too. I don't know why, but like I bought into that idea of like, oh, this is actually conservatism is the new punk rock. No, it isn't. No, it fucking isn't. It never was. Now, I did point out, I do want to kind of close on this here. The guy kept calling this a meltdown. Now, fans of Green Day will know that Billie Joe Armstrong did actually have a meltdown back in, I want to say 2013 it was. Pretty sure. This is 1 year ago, but the actual, 2012, iHeartRadio 2012. This is what a meltdown by Billie Joe Armstrong actually looks like.
Oh, fuck this shit. I'm gonna play a fucking new song. Fuck this shit. Give me a fucking break. 1 minute left. 1 minute fucking left. You're gonna give me fucking 1 minute? Look at that fucking sign right there. 1 minute.
He was mad. The reason they were mad, by the way, just to give some context, was they cut their time. And he got mad basically that newer artists like Justin Bieber and stuff were being prioritized over them, which, you know, to an extent, yes, that is definitely a level of like, okay, dude, calm it down. Like, you gotta understand just the way it is, the audience, you know, so on and so forth, right? But I do understand why he was upset, but obviously this is a bit much. But my point is, the whole, what conservatives are saying, we're like, oh, this is a meltdown. That wasn't a meltdown. This is a meltdown. And it's not political. Well, not directly political.
Let me fucking tell you something. Let me tell you something. I've been around since fucking 1980 fucking 8. And you're gonna give me one.
This was, by the way, this was during I mentioned the trilogy earlier, the Uno Dos Tres trilogy. They weren't having much commercial success at this time, so I mean, you know, this wasn't great. This wasn't a great time. They took a much needed break after this event, but yeah, and then they came back swinging with Revolution Radio. So, you know, guess it all worked out.
Fucking.
But then they released Father of All, and like I said, that wasn't really very good. So it was fine. It was anyway. That's not what this is about.
Minutes? You gotta be fucking kidding me! you fucking kidding me? What the fuck? I'm not fucking Justin Bieber, you motherfuckers. You gotta be fucking joking. This is a fucking joke. I got 1 minute left. Oh, now I got nothing left. Now I got nothing left. Let me show you what 1 fucking minute fucking means.
On a side note, I always thought that no matter how synonymous it is with rock and roll, I always thought that this whole like smashing guitars and your drums and all that was really cringe and like kind of try hard. And why the fuck would you do that, man? Like, don't you love your instruments? I don't know. It was that's just me.
One minute. God fucking love you all. We'll be back.
Yeah, and later, Billy Joe did actually come back, and I don't remember if he was completely naked or was in his underwear, but he basically streaked on stage. He was not in a good place. Like I said, they took a much needed break after that event, but that is a real meltdown. That is an actual meltdown. Replacing redneck with MAGA is not a meltdown, but of course, these conservatives are going to do whatever they can to push this narrative that, you know, people that are against them in, you know, politically or otherwise are, you know, they're woke, they're irrelevant, they're whatever, right? Go woke, go broke, you know, that kind of thing, right? Green Day and punk rock has always been woke, has always been, excuse me, anti-conservative. Very much, especially Green Day, very outspoken against Bush. Of course, they're outspoken against Trump. They've been outspoken against Trump throughout his entire presidency. This is nothing new, but you're always going to have people who will do this kind of thing. Where you want to talk about trying to like latch on to relevancy. By the way, that's what those people are doing. Where they take this thing, where like, oh, hey, we can like, you know, write a story about us. We can do this. We can da 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 da. But it's like, you guys don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And you know, I've talked about this before, where a lot of things with media, conservatives really don't understand. They think that this stuff is, I don't know how you listen to the lyrics of like American Idiot and you think, yeah, that's a conservative song actually. Or like the entire album, or listen to like anything by Green Day or see what they stand for, and you're like, oh yeah, no, that's actually, like, how are you surprised? It's fucking Green Day. It's a fucking punk rock band. What the fuck do you expect? And if you want to get pedantic, it's pop punk, whatever, I don't care. Punk rock, pop punk, it's all variations of the same thing, but it's the same sentiment, the same idea, the same vibe, energy, you know. Yeah, it's insane. So yeah, but no, the one thing they were correct about, the that Josiah or whatever his name was, Joshua, I think I closed his video, so I don't really, yeah, whatever. Whatever his name was. He was right in saying that this is an election year, so people are going to be, you know, really upping the ante with activism and advocacy and all that stuff. And yeah, we all definitely are. People on the right are going to be doing it. People on the left are going to be doing it. Get ready. We are definitely in an election year, and I think that especially for anybody that is anti-fascist, anti-conservative, all that stuff, this, what Green Day has done here, this is a good start to the year, in all honesty. So, anyway, we're in for hopefully a good year, potentially a rough one, potentially the last one we get to vote in. Hopefully that doesn't happen, you know. I will, of course, be saying, as I always do, anytime I talk about this stuff, yeah, unironically, vote blue no matter who. Don't care if you have issues with Biden. I do too. Just as Billy Joe said in that interview, he had issues with Hillary and Obama. But yeah, we do got to vote for the lesser of two evils. I mean, we're definitely up against fascism. People have been calling it out for a good while, and yeah, we we got to step up to the plate. As always, though, guys, these are just my thoughts. Let me know what yours are in the comments down below. Follow me on social media for more. Subscribe and ring the bell to stay up to date. Leave a like if you like. And if not, I hope you find something you do like. Later, guys. Peace and love.